Hey, and welcome to yet another video, and today we're going to go through some of the things that have helped me with KSP2 and may also be useful to you. Before we start, please consider subscribing and leaving your feedback. I also want to thank you for all the positivity over the past month, ever since I've started uploading KSP2 adventures on March 1st. Now, I've not watched a single tips and tricks video for KSP2, therefore it is entirely possible you may have seen some of these somewhere else. Hope you're going to enjoy the background footage of probably the most cursed jab launcher I've built, which is totally not related to given tips. First off, we're gonna focus on the very thing that keeps my sanity somewhat in check, and that is start a new save each time you're about to build a complicated ship and or do a complex mission. That thing alone might shield you from the most annoying glitches of current KSP2 build. A solution has been viable ever since the release in February and still proves to hold value after patch 1 based on personal experience. Also, keep your ComNet turned off for this one, as I'm sure you wouldn't want to be forced to establish a comms network each time. Next up are wobbly rockets, and the rather obvious already tip: basically use struts. Loads and loads of struts. Anytime, for example, if you slap two pieces of rocket core stitched together, tap X until you get the 4x symmetry and just bind the fuel tanks together. On top of that, it is advised to use either the provided mod from spacedog.com or to simply edit the config file, thus making part connections more rigid. As for the third, I'm sure you've experienced gigantic performance loss whenever you're trying to launch something more complicated than a carrot with an engine. This is my current hardware, and the main issue I've personally spotted is the GPU not being used anywhere near 99 or 100%, as is and should be the case with majority of games, and in KSP2 the value hangs around 40% for my card. I've run into something similar in the past, and the remedy was GPU overclocking via MSI Afterburner, basically forcing higher clocks to be applied at the same percentage of GPU utilization. Do that along with increased GPU power limit and you may gain some frames in a bit more intense situations. What also has helped me is increased RAM capacity and speed. I went from 16 gigs of RAM at 3000 MHz to 32 gigs at 3200 MHz, then to 3600 MHz. With the first 32 gig sticks I've bought caused instability and crashes, and I had to return them. I was able to get faster RAM for cheaper. Although the difference between 32 and 3600 is negligible in games, even with Ryzen CPUs. Just remember, the GPU overclock is free and perfectly safe. RAM purchase, however, will obviously cost you money and may not be as impactful for you as it was for me. Sliding now into the fourth idea of today's video: make absolute sure you are able to keep your mods, if you have any, at bay and clean. Overlapping mods, unused mods, etc. will slow your game down. It is rather a good idea to make a list of your needed and liked mods and reinstall your game and then install the updated mods. As for the fifth and final, the mods. Some of them will make your life easier, some will basically save you time and nerves. Here's a list of mods I use and or like the idea of, and how they impact the game and what they exactly do. Let's start from the top. Number 1. Space Warp and BPNX combination is essential for any mods to function in KSP2. Number 2. Micro Engineer. It provides you more complex flight data at any point in the mission, such as more accurate delta V, thrust weight ratio, or inclination, and so on. This mod also allows you to see your stage's delta V in the vehicle assembly building. Number 3. This one is a mod pack called Community Fixes. It provides the most crucial mods for proper game experience and is aimed at bringing essential fixes as a package that is easy and quick to install. Currently it fixes ComNet issue, although I advise you to turn the ComNet off for now, as well as a game save fix, vehicle landed state, and F2 hide UI fix. Last but definitely not least comes the Celestial Teleport Rendezvous, which basically allows you to teleport your vessel either over the launch pad or to orbit of any celestial body of your choice for craft testing purposes. It also brings in some cheat menu options. Every single mod comes with instructions on how to install it, so do not worry I didn't provide any pointers. All the links are included down in the description. If any of my ideas have proven useful and helpful to you, please let me know down in the comments below. Feel free to post your own fixes as well and help your fellow Kerbonauts. Time for something extra. Did you know that your navball is a little bit transparent and shows the node located on the other side so that you could see where the maneuver node is, but it is rather hardly visible? This is the end of the video, so thank you for watching. Hope anything has turned out helpful. Leave a like if you enjoyed or a dislike if you didn't, and I shall see you very soon in the next adventure. Take care and never give up.